Hey, what's happening YouTube? Rod J back again and take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. So this time I'm actually going to take a look at this one here from one of my last Trader Joe runs. And this is the Joseph Brau Hellerbach. So this is one of the breweries they own, Joseph Brau, which is kind of like their in-house brewery. And it's their golden Bock beer. So I've not had this one before. Looking forward to checking it out. This one actually comes in at 7% ABV. And for most people, if you're not familiar with Bocks, they're actually usually a dark malt forward type beer, usually an ABV of 6% or even higher. This one comes in at 7, but this one is different because it's actually a golden Bock beer. So this one shouldn't be as dark as what you're usually used to as far as Bocks along those lines. On the backside, it tells you Joseph Brau Hellerbach is our take on some of the classic Bock beers still popular in Germany today. The outstanding Bock is golden in color, very rich and moderately hopped. Beer stats, as I mentioned, 7% ABV, 22 IBU, brewed with 3 types of imported malts, Hallertau aroma hops, and lager yeast. So Bocks are lagers. This should be a pretty good one to check out. Let's go ahead and get it open and get in the glass. And again, this is one of the ones, as I mentioned, is a value beer since it's owned by Trader Joe's. So you could actually get a pretty good deal on these. I forgot what the price was. I think it might have been like $6.54 a 6-pack because I believe this was $1.09. And the great thing about Trader Joe's is they allow you to break up 6-packs and you can just pay for the one bottle without any upcharge. So whatever that amount is for the 6-pack, they divide it by 6. There's your price. Pretty cool that they actually do that for people. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty decent looking beer. So it comes out, we've got about a 2.5 finger head almost. Maybe closer to 2.25, but somewhere up there. But look at that clarity. So you get a nice, decent amount of clarity on this one. This one actually, this is conditioned before it hits the bottle. I have another one from them downstairs where it's actually bottle conditioned. The head itself, as you look at the body, it has a nice kind of just off-white head, maybe a bone white type color. Some nice thick foaminess to it. Not really too much of a haze as you see there, so you can really see right through to the other side. Nice, really, I guess you can say dark amber type color. When you get it to the light, it really illuminates through there, and you can see a lot of the bubble action. Out of the light, it just sits a little bit darker. On the aroma, you kind of have a funkiness on the smell. I talk sometimes about that horse blanket, but I guess in this case, it's almost like a rainy type horse blanket. It's almost like a, if you have a pet and you have a storm, it's almost kind of like a wet dog type smell a little bit. Not getting as much of the hops, but of course, with these type of beers and lagers, usually you're more forward on the malts and the yeast, but definitely get that breadiness from like the yeast type smell. Almost has a little bit of a I want to say kind of like maybe like a little spice in there or something. Seems to have a little tinge. I'd maybe picking up a little bit of that Hallertau aroma from the hops because it's got a little bit of an earthy type kick in the background. But overall, pretty decent smelling beer it seems as far as the taste. Oh wow. For something that is actually 7% ABV, you would not tell that from what you're drinking on this beer. I mean, nice burst of flavor. Obviously, I'm not tasting any of the alcohol coming through. Very smooth, very crisp, very refreshing. Another one that I could actually kick back and probably enjoy on a warmer type day, which at 7% ABV may catch up with me at some point. Have somewhat of a little bit of bitterness there at the tip of the tongue, but then a great flavor profile opens up. You're actually feeling like a burst of some of the different flavors from the different malts, from those Hallertau hops in there. You're almost getting like a bouquet type taste of the different flavors. It's really a little bit hard to kind of describe there, but it's got kind of like a floral type appeal, it seems. Wow. And you can feel the flavors really getting up to like the top of the mouth. It has a nice tingling that it gives you through a nice mouth sensation. This is really surprisingly a, well, I shouldn't say surprising because they've had some good beers from them, but this one is surprisingly better than I actually expected. I mean, it's got a really nice mouthfeel that really opens up on this one. The body itself sits pretty much kind of, it sits more as a medium body. It doesn't feel as heavy. The texture is very nice, very dry, very crisp on the back end. Carbonation is actually really decent on this one. It goes down very easily on the feel. The duration is a nice, good, long, average to long duration. I mean, you get some of that yeast in the smell and kind of that floral type scent when you're drinking it, but I'm surprised at how good this beer actually is compared to some of the other beers that are out there. Not horrible really at all. If you've had it before, let me know. Put some comments in the comment section. But overall, I think this one is actually really decent. So for me, as far as the drinkability on this one, it's easily, for me, a 3.75. I think it is really a nice drinking, golden type Bock beer to have. Everything around it is pretty solid, but definitely worth giving it a try. So again, the Joseph Brau Hellerbach. Check it out if you have any Trader Joe's near you. I believe that's the only place you can really get these, but well worth it. So 3.75 for me on the drinkability. You know, it may be closer up to even a 4 for some people. But very smooth, very nice, very refreshing. But thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Hopefully you like what you saw there. If so, please remember to like and, of course, subscribe, share if you haven't subscribed yet or anything. And you want to share it with some friends or talk about some of the other beers, put some comments in the comment section. But with that being said, I appreciate you taking some time to check out another video. I look forward to catching you in the next one. Keep drinking good craft beers. Cheers.